During the season premiere of Inside Xbox today, Microsoft let the cat out of the bag and revealed all the new games, 6 or 7 of them, that are joining Xbox Game Pass for February. And it seems to be a pretty big month as there is a highly requested AAA game joining the fold, as well as Crackdown 3 finally launching day and date into the service. So let's talk about it, shall we? What's going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, man with a million, back again with another video. And if you enjoy this video by the end, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment below, and if you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. So moving on to the games, before we actually get into the ones coming in February, Microsoft actually did a stealth drop of a game on January 31st, and it's one of my favorites from last gen, remastered for this generation, and it's Tomb Raider, the Definitive Edition. The game that began Lara Croft's origin story is on Game Pass right now. I highly recommend anybody who hasn't played it to check it out. And because Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider, and yes, one of the games that is joining is Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the entire Lara Croft adventure is on Game Pass that you can play for $1 if you can still sign up for that, which you might be able to find a trial, or you can spend $10 and play through all 3 of them in a single month. Is pretty damn awesome in my opinion. But specifically, Tomb Raider takes Lara Croft from an inexperienced archaeologist to a battle-hardened adventurer in a cinematic journey across the lost island of Yamatai. As Lara must solve complex puzzles, fend off crazed cultists, and ultimately learn what it takes to be a survivor. And the Definitive Edition not only improves the visuals and performance, but all the DLC is added. So check that game out if you have never played it. I also think it was Games with Gold at one point, so you might already have it, and it's been on sale a whole bunch. But anyways, I like the idea of being able to experience the entire journey of Lara Croft in Game Pass. And, well, the first game that's joining this month on February 7th is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now, I have a review up on the channel. I think this is the weakest of the 3. I gave it 8 out of 10. I like Rise the most, and I like Shadow the least. But it's definitely still worth a playthrough if you are a fan of lore. And I know this game did come out at a rough time of the year. You had Spider-Man, you had Forza, so I know a lot of gamers out there were like, I'm going to wait for a sale, or I'm just not going to play it, I'll play it some other time. Well, now's the perfect time. It's in Game Pass. A lot of you have subscribed. There's millions of you. Now might be the time. And this is the cinematic finale to Lara Croft's origin story. It's a dangerous and mysterious organization known as Trinity sends Lara on a thrilling action adventure through deadly jungles, treacherous underwater caves, and the most challenging tombs in the game's history. To survive, she'll have to become one with the jungle, use the environment to strike her foes quickly and quietly, sow fear in their ranks, and discover what it really means to be a Tomb Raider. It's a pretty cool game, like I said. 8 out of 10, the weakest of the 3, but definitely still worth playing through. It is Xbox One X enhanced, so if you have an X, it's going to look pretty damn good, and you have the option between 4K and 60 frames. I played it in 60 frames, but definitely check that game out. It's definitely worth it. And also on February 7th, we have The Walking Dead, the complete first season. You play as Lee Everett, a man with a criminal past, given a chance at redemption, protecting a young girl named Clementine during a zombie apocalypse. Explore stunning comic book style environments, solve puzzles, fight the undead, build relationships, and do whatever you can to keep your humanity in a world gone to hell. Every choice is on the clock, every mistake will be your own, and the consequences carry across the entire 5-episode series. So, this game came out last generation. It's from Telltale. They're finally wrapping up the entire story arc next month with the launch of the final episode for the new season, or the final season. The Walking Dead first season was my favorite. I don't think any of The Walking Dead since then has touched the heart that this one was shown. This is also kind of the first foray into episodic gaming, but this game's been on sale a whole bunch. It's been Games with Gold. You might already own it. I like the idea of it being in here, but then again, I think you also would need all the other Walking Deads to get the full story to play the new one. So, in my opinion, this is just kind of added as fluff. Like, oh yeah, let's add the first season. It's worth playing through if you haven't. But then again, if you don't like these episodic narrative adventure style games, this one's really not going to change your mind. Also dropping on February 7th, Pumped BMX Pro. Jump on the pedals and hit the ramps in this momentum-based trickathon. Pump BMX Pro features more levels than ever, each with their own set of challenges for you to smash. Choose one of the pre-designed bikes, or ride to the editor to create your own custom bike before smashing the global leaderboards and your friend's score. I believe this is also the first day it launches on Xbox, so it's nice to see it actually launch into Game Pass as well. Not my type of game. I included the gameplay trailer here for you guys to check out. It seems to be a Trials-like game where you do tricks and stuff. Definitely a game that I'm not interested in playing, but Trials, there is a audience for that. And it seems to be also kind of kid-friendly. I know Microsoft is also trying to broaden some of the horizons with, games for all ages, as what the next game here entails. You got Blob joining on February 14th. Now, I haven't played this game, but the little quote here says, "Become a master of color in this 3D platformer, Blob. Equal parts amorphous blob or paint, struggling artist, revolutionary, and juvenile delinquent. The Blob's goal is to replace the drab, lifeless gray coloring that the Inked Corporation has imposed on Chroma City and its inhabitants. Flip, bounce, and smash your way past a diabolical array of hot plates, electric shocks, and ink turrets. Compete to control Chroma City solo or with up to 4 players via split screen across 8 unique and challenging multiplayer modes." Once again, just like Pump BMX Pro, definitely not my type of game, a game that I won't be playing, but a game that I can definitely see has an audience, probably younger kids who would look at the art style, what you do here, and might find some fun, but definitely not for me. And then finally, or at least not finally, but finally, after 5 years of being in development, Crackdown 3 joins the Xbox Game Pass on February 15th, the day it launches worldwide. It's an Xbox Play Anywhere title, which means if you have Game Pass, you can actually play it on PC, as that's how these things usually work, and it's X enhanced as well. There's been a lot of talk about Crackdown 3. I'll review it on the channel whenever I finish it. Some people don't like the art style and the dated gameplay. Some people just want to have fun, that mindless fun of collecting orbs and taking down bosses. I mean, it's Crackdown. That's what it is, right? You can look at it, and if you're a fan of Crackdown, you're probably going to enjoy this one. And if you're not a fan of Crackdown, well, I doubt Crackdown 3 is going to change your mind in any way, shape, or form. But, like I said, I'll have a review out whenever I get my hands on the game. But if you do want to play Crackdown 3, you don't have to spend $60. You can try it out here on Xbox Game Pass for $10, see if you do like it, and then if you do, you can always choose to buy it. But that's not the only game or the last game to join. We also have Batman Return to Arkham. So technically there were 6 games joining this month: Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Walking Dead, Pump BMX Pro, The Blob, Crackdown 3, and Batman Return to Arkham. But Batman Return to Arkham is actually 2 games. That's right, it's Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. So there's actually 7 games, and these 2 games here are all-time classics. Really high-rated games on Metacritic. Both of them are above a 90, and Batman Arkham City, in my opinion, is probably the best superhero game ever made. Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, the first 2 games in the iconic Batman Arkham series, are coming to Game Pass in this comprehensive compilation that includes the definitive editions of each game, complete with all post-launch downloadable content. In Batman Arkham Asylum, journey into the depths of Gotham City's high psychiatric hospital and battle supervillain inmates who have taken over the asylum, then go soaring into Arkham City, a super prison built to contain Gotham's worst criminals, and Batman Arkham City, one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time. So, if you're looking for my recommendations, definitely check out Tomb Raider 2013 or Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. That's a great game. Then play Rise of the Tomb Raider if you haven't, so you can enjoy Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. I also really recommend Batman Return to Arkham, so you can play Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. You'll get 40, 50 hours just out of those 2 games alone. Arkham Asylum is about a 12-hour game. Arkham City is about a 25-hour game. Those are my personal recommendations. The Walking Dead complete first season, I enjoyed it, but it might not be for you, and I haven't played Pump BMX Pro or the Blob, but it's a pretty damn good month. I mean, when you have Batman Return to Arkham joining, 2 Tomb Raider games, and a brand new Crackdown game joining on day 1, it's a pretty damn good month for Xbox Game Pass, and I think it's only going to get better in the future. Anyways, guys, that is the video. Let me know in the comments below what games you plan on playing, or if you plan on subscribing to Xbox Game Pass. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Share this out on Twitter and Facebook. I'd greatly appreciate that. Hit that sub button if you're new, and hit that notification bell located right next to that sub button in case you want to be notified every time I drop new content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.